Oh, hi you guys, and welcome to this week's show here on the Greyhawk channel, where we do Greyhawky things, like kill character. Welcome. This is the Greyhawk channel. If you haven't already, hit that follow button. If you've got a subprime burning in your pocket, burn it here. All them other good things. It's the home of old school Greyhawk D&D. I think it's pretty cool. I'm Scraticus. I run the Scraticus Academy. We're basically creating a gateway into TTRPGs for new players, so if you want to get in on that, go and send me a contact and definitely go and check it out. Let's go round and introduce our other players. Let's start with Elven Tower. Oh, hi, Derek. Muted, I think. Huh. Oh, yeah. Oh, hi, guys. I definitely turned your sound on. There you go. Oh, hi.
Okay, so, hi, I'm Derek. I do fantasy cartography, and I'm currently doing my hashtag MapVember 2018 challenge. Hopefully, I'll have enough time for that. And, well, my character died last week, so no more Yen Silvertooth for you guys. He died a glorious death. I would say saving his friends, but that was not the case. He was just overcome by craziness. But now, I will be role-playing a war veteran, a knight whose name is Sir Neville Clevane. And that's all.
Fantastic. Yeah, overcome by craziness indeed. And let's just get your name right there, because I didn't finish it. I got halfway through. Now, Sir Neville Clevane is there in all his glory. Next, we have Grim. Oh, hi, Jess. How you doing?
Hey, Scott. Hello, everyone. I missed you all. Sorry I wasn't here last week. I am super excited. I miss Asha. I miss Toby. I haven't quite caught up on all their shenanigans. Maybe they had another coffee date. But I'm certainly excited to see Sir Neville at play and interested to see how we meet. But yeah, I play Grim. She is a dwarf paladin vampire. But yeah, that's me.
Cool. So, also thank you for those subs there, Jess. You wonderful person. I'll do the brief recap this week. Last week, the adventurers joined a group of hunters who are off hunting the monsters in the woods. They spent a lot of time being nearly killed by a cliff. Both the hunters and the people. And eventually when they got to the top, they sort of realized that this was a bit of a wild wolf hunt. There was a wolf or something up there, but the people were all just pretty much scared. So, the players headed on around to the next town towards Klatsburg, which in this case was the town of Rodenwee, a small fishing village on the way through. When they got there, they found a tavern full of people who were surely not nice. Asha confidently strode in, dropping her disguise, which she'd so carefully made on the way through the door, and sat down with this group of hooded, cloaked individuals that we know to previously that trope leads to devil. And confidently spoke to them before they took it outside to try and finish things off. There were 8 of them, and they were quickly outnumbered, realizing that they'd have to run. However, Sir Neville Clevane, not Sir Neville Clevane, that's your character this week. I will read whatever is at the bottom of that title, I swear. Yen Silvertooth was overcome with the feeling that he was invincible, and indeed wasn't feeling any pain, but was cut down as his friends ran from the scene. I suppose the good news here is that, you know, at least it was painless.
No.
There we go. So we ended not knowing where Grim is at all. We ended with Asha and Toby fleeing away from Rodenwee towards Klatsburg, which kind of makes a nice neat break since those two can't well, maybe they can make it. Who knows? It might be a time zone thing. We're not sure, but we'll figure that out. Let's assume something's gone down and they can't make it. So, Grim. Whilst everyone else went off to go and climb mountains and go off with the hunters and stuff, what did you and Rosie get up to?
Oh shoot. Last time I confessed to her that I was maybe kind of a sort of vampire, right? And she was just as rosy as ever in her understanding and wanted to make things work. I bit her. I fed from her voluntarily a second time. So, I would say my first concern would be to try and find this dream vampire's daughter if my journey is supposed to be aligned with hers.
Excellent. So you would have tried to head where from there?
So assuming that I can only travel at night at this point, my one priority would be like, is there any absolute way I could travel during the day? So I would try to like head towards town at night to see if like, I don't know, there were some crazy black market late night merchants or something for some cloaks. And then try and find some leads, because in character I totally remember anything about this daughter.
Golden armor.
Yeah, that's okay. I just want to make sure out of character and in character were like literally only small details. Got it.
Yep. So you did take a cloak from the blackguard that you defeated in the town square, the one that had strung up the clown.
Oh yes, so I wanted to test it out then at that point.
Okay, so everyone else goes back to the police station. Perhaps we'll say that you use your new ability to blend into the shadows to avoid the guardsman, or perhaps he just didn't notice you because it was quite a traumatic scene. Either way, you went unnoticed. So whilst everyone else went to the guardhouse and then on into the night, in the night they left at around 2 a.m. I think to go on this wolf hunt. So you have the whole night ahead of you before you can test his cloak.
I'm sorry, wolf hunt? Oh no. Okay. Got it. I remember. Yeah, got it. Okay, so it's now daylight time, and I have a super awesome bloody cloak.
Well, it is nighttime. You do have a whole nighttime in Darkstad that you could try and do stuff with. Rosie is desperately trying to stay awake with you, trying to adjust her body clock to match yours.
Do I forget, I probably asked this. Do I ever feel tired now?
Doesn't seem that way.
Okay. Rosie, this is just all too much all at once. Like you're like dead on your feet right now. Why don't you go lay down?
No. It's fine. I'll stay awake for the night and sleep through the day with you.
Okay. Did Toby bring back decent coffee? Maybe I could make a fresh brew, and then we can kind of try through the night.
She did surprisingly well, actually. I think she paid far too much, but she did bring back some good coffee.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll make Sweet Rosie a brew.
Yeah, she's got like the full,
Like a double tankard. Here you go.
Well, that's never going back. So yeah, she takes the coffee, and if you guys just want to wait out the night, you can just wait out the night.
Yeah, I don't think there's anyone I'm ready to confront in the middle of the night or find, so I'm just gonna find my home, sweet peace.
So, without any sort of stimulation to keep Rosie awake, she will eventually, let's say you're sitting somewhere or something, eventually she'll just like fall in your lap, like dead tired.
Oh, Rosie, how did I get you into this? I'll just pat her hair.
Morning rolls around. It would seem the rest of your party have left. They went hunting with the hunters. You have no cart. You have no horse. The sun begins to rise, and the cloak does an okay job of keeping you safe. It's not the best, it's not ideal, it still hurts, but it sort of hurts like itching powder rather than actual burning.
Okay. Great. I look like a old granny now. Over my head. I gently, like, shake Rosie awake. Gently prod. I don't know. How do you wake someone that you're fond of? I lick people in the face, so...
Mental note, don't fall asleep in the Jess.
Mm-mm.
She, as you poke her, she'll just sort of like, nah. I'm up. Coffee.
Yes, Rosie dear, you fell asleep on this bench, and I didn't want you to go back. I didn't want to wake you, so I hope you're okay. We can get coffee now.
Aren't you cold? It's freezing out here.
Should I be cold? I don't know. I don't know how this stuff works anymore. Are you cold? I mean, I need this cloak, but I can find another cloak that's like a warm cloak, not like a hide you from the...
It's okay. With the sun up and coffee in me, I'm sure we'll get warm soon.
Okay, well, let's get going. I'm sure there's a cafe here in Plattsburgh.
There was. Toby talks about it yesterday. Let's see. Would we be likely to find Sir Neville in the cafe?
That's a good question. What am I doing in Plattsburgh?
Well, we're up in Darkstad still at the minute. Grim hasn't left.
Oh.
If you want, we can head south and meet you down there. I'm just giving you an inn if you want it.
I could be there.
Yeah? Perhaps visiting or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, I'm probably trying to find information.
Ooh. So the only other person awake at this time would then be Sir Neville sitting in the coffee shop and the gnomish shopkeep. Morning, welcome, come and sit down.
Oh, thank you. Absolutely. I would love some hospitality and some coffee. If you have good brews here, I would love to hear about them.
Yes, we have plenty. Let's see, what was roasted yesterday? Well, we've got the Rudberg special.
That sounds vaguely familiar. Is it a darker roast or a heavy-bodied breakfast blend? What are we looking at here?
It's quite a light roast, really. Lots of subtle flavors and tannins.
Yeah. How about let's try that for this lovely lady right here. Rosie, we'll try some. If you just have a straight shot of espresso, I'll take that.
And he goes off and begins preparing that. Like I said, the only other person in this is Sir Neville. So, Derek, could you maybe give us a description of Sir Neville, please?
Sir Neville is tallish. It's like 1.73 m. Bulky. He's wearing a half-plate armor. Bronze skin. And his no facial hair. His hair is black. And beside him, like leaning on the table, is his weapon, which is a glaive. It's too big to be on his person, so he just puts it beside him. No shield.
So Grim, and you'll see this person sitting there. Rosie sort of smiles amicably. The only other patron.
Morning, ladies.
Morning.
Good morning? Good morning.
It was morning, right?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
oh, yeah.
I've just lost all track of time. You're here early. I don't often see people this early at the cafes.
Oh, well, that's what happened when you start traveling during the night.
Oh.
Not from here, you see. You don't seem like you're from here either.
No, I'm definitely passing through. we're on several missions right now, so.
Did you by chance come from the north?
I mean, no offense. I don't believe we've even introduced ourselves. My name is Grimsdottir.
I'm Sir Neville Clevine.
Oh, Sir Neville. Sir Neville?
Don't
Sir.
mind the title. I use it because it is true. I don't care for it. I'm just another war veteran.
Ah. And
Not noble, not from noble birth. So I don't really care about it. But a title has its uses.
we hailed somewhere northern from here. Did you also travel south?
No. But how should I say it? I am interested in several people that traveled south from Schwarzbrunn.
That's oh, okay. That's interesting. Scrat question: how dark is this cafe at this wee hour?
There's sort of like sunlight peeking through the windows. It's quite dark though. There's not there's no electric lamp, so there's probably like a gas light somewhere lighting up the darkened spaces.
Okay. You said specific travelers from hailing from Schwarzenbrunn,
That is correct.
and you're hunting them down.
Hunting is a very accurate word.
Huh. Is it a passion project for you, Sir Neville?
Passion project. You seem to be picking your choice of words is very good. Yes, it is a passion project. But you seem to be asking a lot of questions. Did you come from Schwarzenbrunn too? Companion?
I've been through a lot lately, so I wouldn't be able to begin to tell you where I hail from and my origins at this point.
Well, that answer almost tells me that you were there. You see, I'm looking for a child.
A singular child, you say?
Yes, a child.
I assume you mean a specific child.
That's correct. Which
Is
was taken. And the people who took this child have an orphanage in Schwarzenbrunn.
Uh-huh. Do tell.
Sorry?
Do tell. Are you trying to recover her for the orphanage? Are you trying to rescue her from something? Or was she lost? I don't understand.
I seem to. I am not explaining myself well. I have lost my child. He was taken.
Oh.
That's why when you said a project of passion, that is very accurate. The only emotion that pulls my strings right now is vengeance because I need to recover my child.
I see. I suppose in character I would roll perception to see if there's any lies and deceit happening here.
Well, not perception, more like insight.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, sure.
If I do, am I in roll 20? I am. Okay. Beep 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 beep. Boop. 11.
Oh, on an 11, what can Grim ascertain about you, Sir Neville? Is nothing too nothing given away exactly, but maybe you might have some inclination as to whether your intentions are pure.
Sir Neville, you seem interesting, and your path has just crossed mine at a very interesting point. I will let you know that Rosie saved me while we were traveling from Schwarzenbrunn, and we have done our best to try and intercept the orphanage's path down here. We're on our way to Klatsburg as you speak.
Who the heck is Rosie?
That's me. Hello.
Oh. Nice to meet you, nice lady. So you're on their track too?
Indeed.
Interesting. That's an unexpected coincidence. Interesting. See, I caught up with one of their horse carts 2 nights ago. They were traveling south. And, well, I killed the 2 men that were there. One of them was not a man, it was a demon, one of which I had never seen before.
Wait, you single-handedly took on a demon?
I believe it was Hurt. I believe it was Hurt.
They do seem to have a formidable crew, and the lady in charge is not someone to be messed with lightly.
There's a lady in charge.
There is. We have information to give to you, but I'm eager. I'm eager to work with you. I just want to make sure. I hope you don't get offended, but you said you had a child taken to the orphanage. Can you tell me about them? Their name, how they got taken away, mistaken for an orphan?
It, like I said before, it was my son.
Mm-hmm.
He was taken. His mother left him play outside, and then we couldn't find him no more. We asked around, and people told me he and some of his playing friends on the field, they were taken by a man who was on a dark horse cart. Apparently, one of them was made up like a clown. You've seen a clown, right? Well, I have been on their track for almost 2 weeks, and I thought I had found them 2 nights ago when I found that dark horse cart. But it wasn't them, or maybe it was, but the children were not there anymore. Apparently, they were coming here to Plattsburgh.
So the whole crew of children outside playing, you're saying they just outright snatched them off the streets?
As far as I know, it was 4 children. I mean, I'm all for the children, but I am only worrying about my own.
Interesting. This brings a whole new layer to the foul play that this orphanage is presenting. Oh no.
Well, if they call themselves an orphanage, I'm sure that's just the front.
Oh yes, absolutely. yeah. Why don't we celebrate this day? And I need to try and find the rest of my party. They can also provide some information, and maybe we can bring you into our fold. You seem to be useful, even if the demon was injured. The fact that you could take it on, and you have such a passion to drive towards the same means that we are looking for. Perhaps we can join forces, and we can find your son and all these other kids.
I see that you 2 women are wearing armor. And please do not take this lightly, but this is an honest question. Can you handle yourself in combat?
Oh, you need not worry about me at this point. Nothing combat can harm that I cannot repair. Rosie herself, she's been trained well. She hails from Schwarzenbrunn's guards, and she has much to prove to herself and to us, and she's...
Wait, Rosie, you were a guard in Schwarzenbrunn?
Got trained.
How long did you serve?
About 6 months. Not including training. 6 months as a full guard, but they didn't let me investigate anything like this.
Was the watch aware of this so-called orphanage?
Officially, no. There was no reason for anyone to be suspicious, but I suspect that some of my superiors might have been on the take.
Bribery. That's
Sadly,
why...
corruption is easy to be found everywhere. I
That's
am but
why-
a mercenary. That's how I started. So money thrives.
There is nothing more honest than money, and that is why I never trust the city watch, because they may take money from many sides, and you will never know who's bought them or who's paying more. No offense, Rosie. But I see that you're not working there now.
She still sort of like is like nodding into her cup even as you say it, like.
Not fully processing. Sir Neville, you told me earlier you've switched to a night schedule. You've been hunting them by night, traveling.
They have been moving by night apparently too.
Mm-hmm. So you're comfortable with a rather nocturnal state, you say?
Sure, it's been like this for a week. Additionally, if we encounter difficulties and there's need to draw blood, it's easier to handle this at night.
Of course. Okay.
You're
Well,
first.
yes, I think you will do well with our team. What say you? Are we about done here? Having our
Wait,
coffees?
You call yourselves a team, just the two of you?
No. I did tell you we have other mates here. They're handy. Maybe not as heavy-handed as we, but they have their uses. And they went off hunting with some local crew here to investigate the wolves, I think. That was what I last heard.
Well, we should probably not worry about simple wolves. Will they be back soon? Do we need them to continue?
We definitely need them to continue. Honestly, we might not have gotten a get-together plan, so I do know we all were heading towards Plattsburgh, for sure. No, come back, Amber. Come back. We need you. But yes, I suppose if there something about the foothills or some mountains, if we see them on the way to Plattsburgh, that would be the best. If not, we might as well just head towards Plattsburgh.
Wait, out of character. Where are we right now then, if it's not Plattsburgh?
We're in
Darkstep.
that one.
Oh, I thought we were in Plattsburgh. Okay. So
We're in
I
a
missed-
baby town right before Plattsburgh, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, a short way north. It's very easy that you could come up this way. Very, very easy.
Well, if we can meet them in Plattsburgh, that fits my objectives. I would say I should say our objectives. But then again, Grimstutter it is. You didn't say why you're doing.
Oh, Jess, you still there?
I'm still here. Are you? It looked like Derek froze for me.
Yeah. And I
Okay.
know you were just staying very still, so I wasn't sure if it was.
Sir Neville, you ask what I am doing here, or why? You question my motives?
He probably would continue to answer. As this is going on, Rosie sort of like looks to you and under her breath just says, "I think we can trust him."
I think you're right, Rosie. We probably need him, and depending on how the others are faring, A fifth person wouldn't harm at this point, right?
Yes, almost certainly not.
Hmm.
We don't have any horses or anything.
It's true. Do you think we can acquire some? I don't know. I don't have much for my last rewards, but
I mean, I could ask the local guard.
yes, of course. You have like your guard's pin and everything. You should use your title to its fullest.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt, right?
Indeed.
You're totally in frame now. You don't need to be leaving.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know. What should we? I'm so confused. So we're hunting the people that hunt vampires?
What? What? No. So, okay. Let's consider this. I still believe our main mission is to deal with the orphanage and figure out where these children are going and seeing if we can help them. You can call it a submission, is to, on the way, find this vampire's daughter with the vampire with the golden armor. Find her daughter and protect her, and maybe realize my full powers. But I don't know. It's tough.
Okay.
What's
Super
going on?
kingdom time.
Hi.
Hi, Ambly. Why don't you give us a quick intro whilst we
What's going on? Okay.
get everything in place over here.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay.
Sorry, the internet just died.
Oh,
It's all good. See if I can grab you all.
Ampli's now here?
Hello.
Amazing.
yeah.
You've been gone for 20 years. No, I don't know. I'm super confused. It's like time.
Time is wibbly wobbly, changey wangey. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Timey-wimey.
Yeah.
All that jazz.
Oh my god, I just watched the first episode of Lady Doctor the other day. But anyways. Yeah, sorry. America once again fucks up and we haven't changed our times yet.
Yeah, I just like arrived in my computer and like I still have 10 minutes before. And it's like, oh wait a minute.
Something happened to you. See, something happened with the daylight saving thing. I too was confused about it.
Yeah, I think basically everyone except America changed.
Yeah, I was like, I'm 1 hour late. And here I thought I was on time, and it's great.
It's fine, guys. It's fine.
Totally fine. So, we'll tie up with you shortly, Ambly. I'm sure you remember everything that happened last week.
Yes, absolutely. Definitely.
I'll also have you know Canada's on the same time change as us, and Bermuda. But I'm pretty sure we own Bermuda, so.
I mean, it's also gonna change my webcam. Sorry, guys. There we go.
Toby is extra pretty today.
Toby is extra pretty today.
It's I did the thing with the hair. So Toby definitely did that as well. Tried a new hairstyle.
Yeah.
Cool.
Uh,
Can't remember where we left off. I think we were mid-conversation.
Yeah. It cut off whilst you were in mid-conversation specifically. So I believe Grim was asking about your intentions or something like that.
Yeah.
No, I
so-
was asking Grim about it.
Right. So Sir Neville cut off at the point where you were asking me about my intentions, and Grim just looked at Neville and was like, You're questioning my intentions, or you want clarification? I don't understand.
Why are you doing this? Why are you following the orphanage people? I mean, I know why I'm doing.
Well, I started off in Schwarzenbrunn looking for more jobs. I'm just a simple mercenary, and I ran across people who I had done previous missions with, and we found a lead, and the lead led us to the orphanage, and the orphanage led us to some trouble, and clearly that's what we're following at this point. And it's children, right? I mean, money or not, we can't let children be poorly misused and taken away. Their future's gone. That's just terrible.
So you're not currently being paid, are you? Because
Yes
said
and
you were
no.
mercenaries.
No, I suppose not. We weren't officially on a paid mission, but I'm sure there is profit to be made here, one way or another.
There should be. Well, that's not my main motivation, but yes, there should be something at the end of the race. All right. We should then go to Klatsburg after we finish this delicious coffee.
Yes, we should head out. I assume you have been accustomed to traveling at this point, and you are. Well, you said you've been traveling by night to follow them. Are you okay to travel a little bit today? Are you too tired?
I can go right now.
Yes, your motivations are pure. I understand. Again, if you need no supplies, no restocks or anything, we should just head on straight down to Klatsburg, and I assume I'll find my compatriots along the way.
Then let's go.
Okay.
Skrykos, is it okay to assume I have a horse?
Yeah, why not?
Every good knight has a horse.
Every knight should have a
Yeah.
steed, why not? Yep, you can have a steed, that's no problem. But Grim and Rosie do not, as yet. Rosie was going to go and ask the
God.
guards if they would lend her a pony.
A prancing pony. Perfect.
But for a second, let's just pan across to where Toby and Asher are. Now, Toby, you stayed up all day, had a great big fight, stayed up all night, then went on a hunt where you did lots of mountain climbing, then went to a bar and had a great big fight in a bar. You're probably pretty tired.
Nah.
Wait. Yen died in a bar fight?
Not exactly.
Oh, okay.
It's complicated. You talked about a recap?
We've already done the recap.
Okay, sweet. I actually remember, so it's fine.
Cool. Is that actual, or are we double bluffing each other right now?
No, sorry. I actually don't remember what happened. It was the climbing. It was the fight. It was dying involved. We ran out with horses and left the kids in the vans behind. I'm
And
good.
there was like 7 demons.
This is fine.
This is just like the dog with the burning house. I'm fine.
So, as you are riding away from the village, they were all looking towards you, these demons standing over your friend's body. I guess you would ride for a couple of hours on the adrenaline of that.
Yeah.
But Toby, after a couple of hours, Asher literally falls from her horse. She just falls off onto the ground, just through tiredness and exhaustion. And could you please make me a constitution save to see how you're faring? Higher than a 10, you lose 1 exhaustion level. Lower than a 10, you lose 2.
19.
You are... that's a very good roll. On a nat 20, I would have given you no exhaustion. But on a 19, you get 1 level of exhaustion. So difficult checks are more difficult for you.
Okay, so where are we right now when she falls off the horse?
You're along the road heading towards Klatsburg. You're sort of along the forest.
Okay. So Toby's gonna do his mastering with animal handling and like stop the horse and I guess make sure she's alright.
She's. When you stop and go and check her out, do you want to give me any checks for that, like a medicine check or something like that?
Yeah, sure. 12.
She's not gonna die.
She's fine. So I think Toby's gonna he's gonna look around and see if it's a safe place to just like make a camp for the night.
Yeah, you can build a camp here. There's a clearing over to the woods to the side. Hopefully you can get enough bracken around you to hide you should the creatures come through in the night.
Yeah. So I try to, I guess, like drag Asha to like a good spot. Put some, I don't know, leaves over her. Bind the horses to a tree and sort of find a good cover for the night and try to sleep. Or day, I guess. I don't know. What time is it?
It's daytime.
Okay, have a power nap at least.
Mm-hmm.
Because he should not be awake right now. Toby is probably, even if I rolled good, Toby is tired. He's definitely tired.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, a bit of a power nap and trying to see if Asha wakes up anytime soon.
Okay, so it is daytime. Would you be doing anything like lighting a fire or anything like that?
No, just trying to hide, essentially.
Which would be a good thing, since goblins are pretty good at that, I guess.
Yeah.
About 3 or 4 hours into your nap, you are disturbed by the rustling of leaves nearby.
Okay, Toby wakes up and like, okay, how was that? What would Yen do? He would, hide? No. Check it out. Yes, okay. So Toby is gonna sneak forward and see what it is. The rustling sneakily. The very stealthy bard.
Give me that stealth check.
Yeah, you got it. That's a 12.
It's not terrible. It's not good enough to get very close, and you hear like a twig snap under your foot, just as you see this hooded figure with a friend, 2 hooded figures, sort of like sniffing around the woods. Not literally sniffing, but like looking around and peering into the bushes. When the twig snaps, their heads both turn your way, but then carry on looking around.
Are those the creature that chased us, or? Shite. I mean, curses. Okay, Toby's gonna stealthily go back to Asha and try to wake her up.
Yeah, sure. When you get back to Asha, there's not going to be any waking her. She's out cold. Like, chest rising and falling, still alive.
Okay. Toby's gonna try to put her up on one of the horses and basically share a horse and try to ride away. Toby's gonna get Asha a ride. Do you have to roll anything to get her up on the horse, or?
What do you feel like you would have to roll? Are you worried about strength? Are you worried about being quiet? What's concerning you?
I think quiet is like the biggest issue, because if they hear us, there's gonna be a problem. So quiet. So I can roll another stealth.
Sure.
Oh, that's a 10.
That's a 10, and so far both off dice have been a 1 as well. This is exciting times. Yeah, essentially a 10. You quickly, as soon as you move Asha, like there is a lot of bush and tree movement, and you can tell that if you continue to move her, you are going to alert them.
Continue to move her.
If you continue to move her, then
Okay. If like Toby starts to like drag her and twigs start snapping and he can hear it and he's just like, oh crap, okay, and he's just gonna try to be quick now. He's not concerned about the sound because they probably already heard him, so he's just gonna try to put her over the horse and like, hiya! I don't know what you do with horses. Forward!
So, you can do this without them falling upon you. As you get onto your horse and begin shouting incoherently at it, hoping that it will move, which way would you like to go? Would you like to burst back onto the road or deeper into the woods?
I want to try to head towards. We talked about going to, wasn't it Carlsberg or something?
Plattsburgh, but close.
Close enough.
Exactly what Toby would do.
Yeah. So he would probably continue there, and try to find somewhere safe, essentially.
So would you go back onto the road then?
I think yes, because if there are people there, maybe they wouldn't attack us, and the horse can probably travel faster on the road. And as far as Toby knows, they don't have any horses left. So yes.
As you get onto the road, you can see on the path to Plattsburgh, there are 4 of these creatures standing on at the road, waiting, blocking the path.
Okay. Soon Asha is just gonna turn to one of those creatures. Like, we're gonna be surrounded. Okay. Toby is gonna... yeah, he's just gonna try to avoid them as much as possible. I guess back into the forest, still trying to head towards the city.
Okay. You could try and like ride through them and like do the horsey jump thing.
No! Toby is not that kind of halfling. He would not do that.
So what I'm seeing is you trot out onto the road through this line of things and just go nope and just trot straight back in. Like,
yes. And yeah, Toby would probably also go nope. well, he does it as well. And he is not feeling a bard. Does not want to fight alone. He's a pack creature, Toby.
Cool. Okay, so you go back into the forest and these creatures are looking for you. We'll pan back up now to Grim, Sir Neville, and Rosie. Now, I'm guessing you guys decided to head south by day or night. Is that correct?
Yes.
Indeed.
I mean, the road from Darkstad down to Rodenwee is...
Wait. Did Rosie get a guardsman horse, or do we have to, like, acquire a wagon for the human horse steed to drag us upon?
Rosie could not get a horse.
Damn it!
She asked, they were like, nope. Where's your badge? And she was like, oh, it's in my other coat.
Okay, so, I mean, my go-to plan in where we were going would be to, like, find some sort of teeny tiny carriage, even if there's just, like, a flatbed to just sit upon, to see if the horse could take 2 little dwarves upon.
Uh-huh.
Red rider wagon, buddy.
Are you looking to buy a wagon?
Depends on how much I could haggle it for.
Well, I mean, there you can see there is a cart being unloaded with turnips in the market square.
Damn turnip cart. Yes, I will head towards the turnip cart. And I'm like, you were there. Turnip season is almost over. Are you willing to sell the cart?
Nope.
Oh, what a shame. I was willing to give you a decent price.
Oh, this is my livelihood.
But like I said, turnip season is almost over.
Yeah, but you can plant autumn and winter crops too. And then there's the tobacco house.
Ah, yes, you are a year-rounder, I see. Surely you could do for an upgrade to your cart.
Nope.
Good try.
All right.
Where are you going?
We are trying to make way down to Klatsburg.
Oh. My farm's down by Rodenwee.
Oh. That's kind of on the way, right?
Help me unload and I'll give you a lift.
But of course, right, Rosie? We're not beyond hard labor, aren't we?
Rosie's a bit like, miffed that she couldn't get a patrol pony. And she's sort of like kicking the dirt, I think one of the things they said to her was, no, Schwarzenbroen let out a couple of patrol ponies last week. They never got them back, Like...
A little salt there, that's fair.
But yeah,
Come on,
you guys
Rosie,
can
it'll be
help
all right.
unload. You give everything to the marketeer, and before you know it, he is walking the horses on this cart down the road. So Neville, you may join them on your own horse, of course. What is your horse's name? All knights' horses must have a name.
It's Star.
Can it be Star Butterfly, please?
Yes.
Just Star. It's a white horse.
Of course.
Yeah, so you're walking down the road to Rodenwee. Just a short journey. Usually takes about 2 hours-ish. Depends on the traffic. This is like the quietest road in like the land.
Oh, yes, I'm sure. Traffic can be quite bothersome.
Yes.
Have you always been a farmer of this area?
Well, not always. I was only born in about 100 years ago, and before that I wasn't a farmer. Then my daddy was a farmer, and my granddaddy was a farmer before that, and before that his pa was a farmer, and then before that there was my ma, well, my great grandma. But famous story, she wasn't a farmer, she was a gambler.
What about before that?
Before that, she was a seamstress.
I tuck my hood up a little bit, and I grasp my cloak, wrap my cloak around Rosie, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. It'll be over soon.
Excuse me, sir. You mentioned you are from Rodenwee. Is that correct?
Well, I'm from just outside Rodenwee.
I have a question for you, and you might think it's a strange one, but it is important for me. Have you heard? Well, that's not the right way to phrase it. Has any child gone missing recently?
Oh, well, that's an interesting question. I've heard a lot about this new orphanage, but that's all just hearsay from the local tavern, I guess.
In the orphanage where?
Oh, this Schwarzenbrunnen place that rehomes kids to the Citadel sounds very much like a fairy tale to me. Fairy godmother breaks your teeth and The bogeyman hides under your bed, and the orphanage finds you a new home. You know, that sort of thing. I haven't got any kids of my own. My kids are all grown up.
Well, that's just a fairy tale. Do you know if these people have any influence or agents around Rodenwy or Klatsburg?
I've heard there's things going on in Klatsburg. Let's see. Now, there was this new what you call him in the city? Not like the mayor of a town, you know, oh, I guess it is the mayor, isn't it? Doesn't matter how big the city is, I guess they're still the mayor. Well, yep, there was this new mayor a few months back, and they didn't last very long. They quit. Couldn't handle the stress. But since then, someone else has taken over. They handed their position over, which I don't think's very fair. All them people voted for one person, and they just hand it over to someone else without any vote or anything, and, you know, whatever. And, this new person has been acting in their stead. You know, they make some weird rulings, but I guess they're fair enough. Doesn't really affect me. You get the impression this person could talk all day.
Was this in Rodenwy or Klatsburg?
I was in Klatsburg. I go down to Klatsburg once every other week. I come up here once every other week with my crops to this town, Darkstad, and we mainly unload our turnips there, and we pick up things like seeds and stuff from the Klatsburg in exchange for grains and nuts and all the other things we grow.
Thank you. Your information may be useful.
Yep, that's what I'll put on my gravestone. His information could be useful.
How old is this guy? This is really old, right?
Yeah, he's like 100-year-old human.
Wow.
And is he still walking like next to the horses? Not on.
No, he's on the cart. He walks with a small cane.
What is your name, sir?
My name is John. Jonathan in my youth, but John now I'm older. Although I also called my son John, so now I'm kind of called Old John. Although actually, thinking about it, my son had a son, and he called him John, so I think my son's now Old John, and I'm very Old John.
Eldest John, we appreciate your time with us.
Oh no, Eldest John would be my pappy. I'm joking.
No, my apologies. Older John.
You know, not many live to be as old as you are. What would you say it's the secret?
Well, eat plenty of vegetables and just put a little bit of olive oil on your face every day just to keep the skin smooth. Relieve stress.
Olive oil. Who would have thought?
Please let this guy have a bigger impact on plot.
Older John, come back.
Well, now, what about you two? Let me sit here and natter all over the place. But, what do you two get up to? You there, sleepy one, he says, like, looking at Rosie. Yeah, you look like a dwarf. You and your friend there?
Yeah, yes, we're dwarves. I'm always afraid that sleepy Rosie's gonna say something that she shouldn't to strangers. So, yes, we are dwarves. It's fine.
You don't speak much, sleepy one. She's just like, no, I haven't had much coffee today. Oh, I see, an addict. Yeah, once it gets you, it gets you. I try and avoid the stuff personally.
Addict is this. You know what? Yeah, it's true. It's fine.
Are you both guards? Is that guards' boots I see?
I once had an opportunity to be part of the guard. I chose not to. I'm just a mercenary.
Oh, I see. The old... Yep, got it. No questions here. You enjoy yourself. And you there, you on the horse. You look like a noble or something with your armor and your weapon.
I'm just another veteran from the war.
Oh, you served in the war. Well done.
Thank you.
My boy served in some of the wars. I was
Really?
too old. I just tended to the crops. Kept the boys fed on their campaign.
I hope they made it home alive.
Yeah, they did. They were, what's the name? They were sneaky type. They gathered intelligence.
Rangers and spies.
He like taps the side of his like crooked nose, like, yep, that's the secret. I guess they'll put it on his tombstone too, eh? His information could be useful.
What's the name for that thing on your tombstone? Is epithet? Or no, eulogy? What's the name for that?
I think you're right with epitaph, weren't you?
Epitaph, yeah.
Yeah. Epitaph, yeah, I like that. Epitaph.
Yes, it's an epitaph.
Yeah.
That's a good epitaph. I might think about using that one myself. But I'm not thinking on dying anytime soon.
As we approach Rodenwee, you can see smoke rising on the horizon.
Good smoke or bad smoke?
Burning
Question.
smoke.
Toby smoke. Got it. I mean like forest fire smoke or like campfire smoke or chimney smoke. Come on, give me something.
Let's put it this way. Big, billowing black clouds of smoke.
Okay, sap-ridden smoke. That is not healthy. Neville, am I to call you Sir Neville or like is Nev okay?
Sir Neville works.
Okay, so Sir Neville, do you see what I'm seeing? That doesn't look quite right. Not right there.
Looks like someone's burning down that forest.
I mean,
Hold on, I think we should maybe break these old girls into a trot. And, like he like goes, yeah. And the cart picks up a little.
just a smidge.
So is the horse as old as he is?
The horse does not look as old as he does, but there is definitely some grey speckled in its mane.
I just imagine like a really slow and old horse to really slow, like old
Some
man.
rickety ankles that are popping as they go.
It's like walking speed as well.
Hey, walking human speed is faster than dwarven speed, so I'm gonna sit right here on this cart.
Yeah, I mean you don't have to use your legs. It's always
Yep.
That doesn't look like it's coming from a farm. It looks like it's coming from Rodenwee itself.
Oh no, is your town in trouble? Do you guys have burnings normally?
Not normally, no. I guess we'll have. Well, we can only really check it out. Hopefully, my boys will already be over there.
I see. Well, let me know. Let us go and let's see if we can be of service. Let's see if we can find your people. That's the least we owe you.
Okay. Yeah. Toby, as you are fleeing through the forest, you too can see smoke beginning to rise.
Oh, that can't be good. Okay. Is it towards the direction I'm heading?
No, from the direction you came.
Direction I came? Are they burning kids?
They're probably burning the forest behind you, trying to look for you.
I'm glad I didn't leave Asha behind. Okay. Faster! Please!
The horse will respond, I suppose. To the... Give me an animal handling check. Give me an animal handling check. The horse sort of like acknowledges your request, but like, you know when like something makes it look like it's putting more effort in, but it's not really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it stands a little straighter, but it's still just like, meh.
Okay, I slap it a little on the butt, like, come on! Can I?
A 10's, yeah, no, a 10's a 10. It's just, you know, carrying on.
Okay. I can run faster, please. Okay, fine. Okay, just head forward, and they can't run this fast, can they? I mean, they have like short legs as well. Yeah, this horse has 4 legs, and they have 2 legs. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm definitely fine. Okay. So, where am I headed?
Well, deeper into the forest, I think. Still heading
Yeah.
south, right?
Yeah, I'm still trying to head towards Klatsburg. Yes, no, maybe. Was that the name?
Yes.
As you top the rise, Toby, you can see a village. Well, no, not a village. A city, which spans the mouth of the river. All along both banks, you can see many, many buildings, lots of grey stonework and woodwork, many smoke fires rising. But there is a strange sort of calm over the valley, as all around the city there are legions of dark, looks like a dark army surrounding the city.
And I guess they look evil.
They look pretty evil.
Oh. Okay. Alright, this is really bad. Asha, are you awake? I try to wake her up and poke her and stuff.
She snores loudly. She's a wizard. She needs her beauty sleep.
Okay.
I'm trying to picture Asha snoring like.
I thought it'd be more of like a cute little like.
Yeah.
No, please let her like snore like a full-grown man, middle-aged full-grown man, like a real mouth breather.
You said that like such an insult. You dirty mouth breather.
That was beautiful.
So Toby, what do you do faced with this information?
Horse, stop! Or like, all the sounds you make to make a horse stop.
Okay, so you ask the horse politely to stop, then make it sound like a woodpecker. Give me an animal handling check.
You wouldn't pull on the reins. Oh no, that's not how you stop. Woodpecker sounds, got it.
The woodpecker sounds got it. On a 14, despite your ludicrous attempts, the horse seems to understand and stops.
I'm the horse whisperer. With really bad whispers. Okay. And this is not the town I'm trying to like go to.
That is the town you're trying to go to, yes. The army surrounding it.
Why do they know? Okay,
Maybe the army's on our side.
yeah, maybe they're the good guys and trying to help us. Okay, plan B. I can't go into the town. Or can I? Is there a back door? I'm gonna try to sneak to the back. Just basically go on the outside of town, and like look for an opening. If there's like, or can I count how many there are? I want to know how many evil guys are there.
So you're a bard. You know tales of old. A battalion usually consists of around 500 men.
Mm-hmm.
You can see around 10 battalions around this city. 5,000 men.
Shit.
There is no back door!
I'm sorry, what?
Okay. This was a terrible idea. This is why I shouldn't come up with ideas. I'm gonna go somewhere else. Do I have a map? I don't think I do. I think
You don't
Deanna
have a
was the
map
one
ahead
with
of
the
you. You
map.
have an army ahead of you. You have
Yeah.
a fire behind you, and you have demons searching the forest for you. Toby in trouble.
Abort! Mission failed. We'll get him next time. I guess I'm just gonna go not to town, and I'm not gonna go back. So I guess I'm gonna go right. I'm just gonna turn right and go right. I have no aim anymore.
Heading towards the mountains.
Yeah, actually, I should probably look around. So mountains are to my right. What's to my left?
Well, to your left there is
Another dark army.
no, rivers. You're in
Okay.
a thin strip of forest between the mountains and the river. A little way ahead of you there is a castle. Not part of the city. It stands on like stands on a mountain ledge.
Okay. Okay. Let's. Okay. Toby's gonna head towards the mountains and try to find somewhere to lay low for probably the rest of his life. Or at least until I get a nap. But you know.
Okay, you can do that. You can go and find somewhere to lay low. And let's maybe give me a survival check to see how good your hiding spot is.
13. I am rolling extremely average today. What is this?
The most average.
Yeah, it's super average.
Statistics, man. What can I say? On a 13, you find an average place to camp. You can hide. It's kind of, it's got, not lots of cover, but not a little cover. Just like an average amount of cover.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, it's the
It's
ground's
like
not too hard, it's not too soft, it's sort of average,
there's a place I can make a fire. It's not perfect, but it will do the job.
Yeah.
What a Goldilocks hiding spot you found.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Toby is gonna not remove Asha from the horse. He's just gonna try to put a little blanket over her, but keep her on the horse if he has to go really, I don't know, run away really fast. So she's gonna stay on the horse, and he's gonna gather a little bit of moss, a little bit of leaves, and stomp on it a bit like a dog to make it comfy. And he's gonna okay, time to sleep again, a little bit of a power nap, and then I'm gonna wake up with a perfect plan. Yes. And Toby is actually, before he does that, he's just gonna try to listen and see if anyone's around, and see if the smoke approaches and how fast it spreads, I guess. Just a bit of surrounding check.
There seems to not be anyone around at the moment.
That's good enough for me. And he's gonna fall asleep.
Cool. Grim and Sir Neville, as you carry on towards Rodenwy, very old John slows down the horses again. And be careful, Sir Neville. This is the Dog Swamp. Now, the road's usually okay, but if you trail from the path or move too fast, you could end up in a lot of trouble.
Thanks for the information. Once more. Very old John, we bid you farewell.
What? Do we have to hop off now? Is that what you're telling me, Sir Neville? In the swamp? I have to trudge through the swamp?
Well, that's what I got from it. I thought he was saying goodbye.
He's just saying you've got to slow down because of the swamp.
Oh, I thought he was like turning in a different direction.
No. He's just slowing down. He's just saying you got to be careful in the swamp.
Okay, we will be careful.
And once again, you go back to that crawling pace. Actually, it doesn't quite look like the town of Rodenwy either. Looks like the fire's just off into the forest.
Of course. Old man doesn't know his Rodenwy. Would you say his crawling pace with the horses are slower or faster than short people walking pace?
I mean, it'd be difficult to say. It'd probably depend on, let's see, 30 feet. That's probably a little bit faster.
Okay.
If you were dashing consistently, you could probably go faster, but...
Oh no, I have zero desire to exert myself. I just want to make sure I'm not hindering the human too much.
Well, actually, in the traveling section of the DMG, it says you move just as fast walking or on horse. It's the same.
Oh, perfect.
So there you go.
Old man horses are still going along. Okay. I would say Grim like tries to take a deep breath and see if vampire feelings have affected her senses. Like, can I smell the burning or do I smell nothing?
Why don't you make me some kind of check?
Would that be like perception or investigation?
Vampireception.
Let's see. I don't think I have any like explicit things that tell me I can smell better, so I don't think so. 19.
On a 19, you can smell the burning of wood and sap.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's this burning things. Great.
That is almost certainly a forest fire. You can also smell the faint smoking of fish from Rodenwy itself, and also the smell of swamp. It's kind of a muddy, refusey kind of smell. But also, as you breathe in deeply, you can also smell the blood in this man's body and the blood in Rosie.
Damn it! I forgot my choices. No, I just fed. I'm fine. Oh, oh, we're smoking blood. And wow. Okay. Older John, how far away do you think should we be checking out this outside of the town fire? Like, it looks like maybe a forest area.
Well, yep. Once we get closer, I imagine we can help with the allaying of the fires. I would hope that my son and his son are already working on it.
Yes, your family is, of course, good people. The town's in good hands with you John fellows.
Yeah, we've been Farmer Johns for years.
Sir Neville, are we are checking out this forest fire, or what are we trying to do?
No. Do you think that is related to our query? I wouldn't mind detouring for a bit. It does seem suspicious.
I would say we should investigate, and if nothing else, we can try and find a horse for the dwarfs of me and Rosie variety.
Well, if we part with very old John, we'll probably have to walk south to Rodenway anyway. We won't find a horse before that. I don't mind walking either. Let's investigate.
Sure.
You guys would like to leave very old John?
Yeah.
We're only gonna leave very old John if he's not actually heading toward the forest. If he's like, I'm the oldest, I don't need to help them, and he's going back to his house, then yeah.
Well,
Otherwise,
he seems to be heading towards Rodenway at the minute. He said he'd give you a lift to Rodenway.
right.
Yeah, we want to see the forest. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as we head into Rodenway, if he like takes a clear path like straight towards his place, then that would be the point that we split off to like head towards the forest.
Okay, so he gets very close, I guess, to Rodenway. You can see the forest fire is very close now. Also, there are some cloaked figures in the village, which none of you will recognize, I don't think, but they're wearing dark sort of cloaks that you would recognize from the fight in the town.
Not my cloak, right?
Very similar.
Wait, where are these people?
In Rodenway itself. He's stopping just outside Rodenway, and you can just see in, and there are just two people. No carts or anything like that, but two people wearing dark cloaks.
I jump in front of my people. I am the first one they see.
They're not paying any mind to you.
Oh, okay, fine. We walk right past them.
You're heading into Rodenway, I thought you were heading towards the forest fire.
No, we're going back, right, to the forest?
To the forest, yes. So the cloaksmen were like at the entrance of the Rodenway?
Well, Rodenway's just a small fishing village. It's like literally 3 houses.
Oh.
So
I got
like,
it.
like they're just in the mid. They're just, I don't know, they're probably like saddling a horse and talking.
Yeah, John, and David. Got it. Okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
so the city that was under siege, what was that? Plattsburgh? The one that Emily saw?
Yeah, the one with the army around it was Plattsburgh.
Yeah, okay. So we don't see that.
Here.
from here.
We don't want to go to Plattsburgh.
I think that Toby can handle that siege.
Out of character, sure.
Toby's a one-man army.
Against 5.
He's just gonna start to play music, and everyone's just gonna be charmed by him, and he's gonna be the new king.
That is the bardic way.
No, so yeah.
Goblin.
Okay, off to the forest.
Yes.
Okay, well, the forest is burning. So how are you going to approach this?
Wait. Since we were in Rodenway, is there a place I can leave my horse?
If you'd like to, you can stable your horse somewhere. Someone would take hold of it, I'm sure, for a small fee. Perhaps the inn.
Sure.
Then.
I do that.
Yeah, you can do that. Let's say they offer you 3 or 4 coppers for a week. You know,
In the
they're-
stables.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're simple people. And
Okay.
as you guys head that way, depositing the horse, you probably walk close enough to the dark cloaked people to overhear a snippet of their conversation.
Yes.
As you walk past, you'll just hear the army is mobilized. And that'll be all you hear as you walk past, unless you would like to stop and listen in.
You hear that, Grimm's daughter?
The army? The whole army? Army of what? Army of where? Should we... What's more important, this fire or, like, talking to these people? Eavesdropping on these people.
Well, we are very conspicuous with our armor and weapons.
Did you see their cloaks? Look at my cloak.
Well, if you can manage that, Grimm's daughter, that's for the better.
So,
I know that I won't probably make it without them noticing me.
So you and Rosie should go off to the fire. And I can talk to these people.
Okay, catch with us later if you can.
Yes. I love that Sir Neville has no idea how terrible Grim is at this.
Oh yes. What the hell, Grimsar? You're a monster.
Rosie looks a little worried. She's like, will you be okay?
I will peck a little kiss on Rosie's cheek and I'll be like, I'm just fine. I'll be right there.
Okay. And two of you can leave. So I'm intrigued, Grim. How do you approach this? These are two 6 to 7 foot people in cloaks. You are a 4 foot cloaked person.
Right.
What is your approach?
We had already walked past them, and that's how we heard that little snippet about the army, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine we just walked past them. We conversed for a brief moment to figure out what we should do, and I just take 3 casual steps back, and if I just kind of linger, hopefully within earshot, casually just scuffing the dirt, not really doing much.
They haven't. They've noticed you, but it doesn't stop their conversation. They're talking about Italian movements and moving people down from a place. Sojkan? You think you might hear them say?
Oh, my friends, sorry I've come down with a cold and it's been a while and I have been newly transferred down here. Can you refresh me? You said Saj Camp?
Yes. One of them looks deeply at you for a moment as though they are seeing through your cloak, through your person altogether. And after a moment says, welcome, child of the night.
Mm-hmm, yes.
You wish to return to Sojkanth?
There are many things I seek. Perhaps I just want to be of the best use.
One of the children being the best use. You would be better back at base, I think. Caring for our dear matron's daughter.
I'm not sure. I am new, and she hasn't decided where to place me.
Ah. You are new.
Newly employed.
Newly employed or newly, a hand snakes out to push your cloak aside and see your neck.
Yes, one could say both, if you must know.
Newly indoctrinated.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's good to see that you are so willing to fight for the true cause.
Of course. Why else would I be brought into this side?
Once again, the Perrenlands shall be in their rightful owner's hands.
But of course. Has the matron paid you a visit personally? Have you had that honor?
She will pay you all a visit. She is not one to sit behind a desk whilst mobilizing an army. You will meet her on the field, I am sure, but she leaves. You are new. 1 second. They turn and whisper together for a second. If you'd like to overhear them, please give me a perception check.
I can make an attempt.
Oh, On a 21, you hear them whispering, saying, "Should we send her back to base? She's brand new. Well, she needs to be properly interned, made aware of things. Yes, but the matron's daughter is there. If she goes there, wouldn't she have to, the children?" They turn back to you. "We think it would be best if you were to go back to the caverns of Sojkanth, deep in the mountains far to the south."
Back to the base?
"Yes, I can take you now."
But what if someone sent me here to be with the matron's daughter, just like you said? It is my time.
For a second, this person's eyes roll up into their head.
Oh dear.
"Hello, Grim. You're enjoying my gift."
I greatly appreciate it, ma'am. I must ask, are you the matron that these bumbleheads speak of?
No. She is my mother.
What? I see. Can you assist me? Can you guide me? I'm trying so hard to understand what you need of me.
Come to the caverns of Sojkamp. There I will turn you fully in person.
Oh.
Then you too can go about and employ more children to gather our strength.
Ah.
This entire land will belong to my mother once more, as it did many years ago.
I understand.
Anyone who stands in our way will be crushed. You should join us.
So you have to understand, as a dwarf, I'm not the most forward thinker. So like when you say children versus the children I was pursuing before you saved me from death, are those the same children, or are you saying children like me children?
You are a child of the night. We have been taking the children ready for rebirth.
Okay.
When we scour this land, we do not want the population to be null.
Surely. Do I go to the caverns alone? Can I take Rosie?
If you bring other people with you, they won't exactly be welcome. They will be kept under close guard, their weapons taken away. But should they prove themselves as you have, perhaps they too can become part of our ongoing campaign.
I mean no disrespect, but I feel like I've done nothing to deserve this power and to prove myself, as you say.
This is going to be weird. For a second, the demon reaches out with its hand and gently caresses your cheek.
Oh, yeah.
Forgetting to mask itself properly as the hood falls back slightly and you see the bearded devil, teeth shining through this flaxen beard, and its like gnarled fingertips sort of brush down your cheek and say, "Oh, Grim, you know you'll always belong to me."
Bad touch, bad touch.
Well, I am running from death, and you are helping me with that escape.
Yes. You need never fear death again.
Yes. Well, I suppose I can hardly say no to an offer to the caverns to meet you in person. Right.
This devil can teleport you there right now.
Yes, I say the sooner the better, right? Let's solidify this.
Are you agreeing to be teleported?
Hell yeah!
In character, yes. Out of character, why?
The devil takes hold of your shoulders. And, Sir Neville, if you didn't stray too far, you will suddenly smell the strong smell of sulfur. And when you look back towards where Grim was, Grim is missing. As is one of the devils.
But the other guy is there.
The other guy's there. He carries on stabling his horse as though nothing happened.
Rosie! And I grab her by the shoulder.
Yes?
Where is your companion? Where is Scream's daughter? She was just right behind us.
I don't know.
Can you smell that?
She didn't even tell us where she was going.
Well, she was gonna spy on them. Can you smell that?
I can. It smells like really, really burnt coffee.
Well, I don't know what kind of coffee you've drunk lately. Does your companion Grimm's daughter have a particular set of abilities that would render her invisible?
Rosie's face goes to the bad poker face. No?
You are lying.
Yes, no.
Listen, I just met you a day ago.
Yes.
Doesn't hurt if you tell me what kinds of abilities she has. Is she in trouble, or is this her making?
I don't think she can do that. She's pretty new to all this. Let's see. Possible shapeshifter, maybe, not confirmed, not seen that yet. Definite self-healer. Also very thirsty person.
Sounds to me like one of those dwarf clerics from the Dwarven Halls.
Yes, she is a dwarven cleric from the Dwarven Halls. Very thirsty cleric.
Can't keep my straight face, sorry.
I'm dying. I'm so dying right now.
Did you even tell Rosie about, like, your encounter with the person in golden armor?
Besides I muttered it. I don't think she fully grasped because I've yet to, like, coherently explain any of the dreams. Like, I think Asha is probably the one I've ranted to the most.
Perfect.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's just swell. Carry on, Sir Neville.
Well, if this is Grimm's daughter doing, then we should continue towards the forest and meet her later.
Yes. That is almost exactly what we should do.
Okay? And now, Rosie, what brings you to this? Are you also a cleric?
No, I'm just a guard, and, like, I'd love to say that I really want to help the kids and everything, but honestly, like, I just kind of got attached to Grim.
That sounds way more honest than what you were saying before.
Again, she tries that poker face. Yes. But, yes. Honest. No. Wait, no. No. All honest. I don't know. I'm not very good at lying.
Okay, I'm going to need to know more. Rosie, where are the other two dwarfs? You're a group of dwarfs, right?
No. One of us is sort of a halfling,
Sort of a halfling.
and the other is just a short elf.
An elf. Okay. Okay. I thought all of you were dwarfs. You never said anything about that.
Yes. I guess didn't really think of it. Oh, I guess that makes us an equal opportunities group. She brightens up for a second.
Whatever that is. Let's go on.
Okay. Toby. Footsteps.
Hello.
You get enough sleep to get rid of your exhaustion and everything. You're feeling good. As you are waking, you can hear footsteps on a path nearby, which you hadn't otherwise registered.
Okay.
The path looks as though it leads from the main road up to this castle, and you can see two cloaked figures walking along.
Okay. Toby wants to spy on them.
Okay.
What do I see?
Give me a perception check.
It's a natural one. He gets like a fly in his eye, and
You
yes.
see your own nose.
Yeah. This these are two humans, possibly wearing priest's gowns.
Yes, yes.
They look vaguely familiar though.
This is still like enemy territory, so he's still gonna be like, there can be enemies hiding in the bush, so maybe the people in the castle can help me. I got an idea, and so he's gonna use his disguise kit, and he's gonna change up his disguise a bit. He's gonna dress up as an old human woman, because they know he's like he can dress up as a halfling. They know he can dress up as a child, so he's just gonna dress up as an old woman. We like.
You mean like a very old, short woman?
Yeah, with a hunchback, you know. So he's gonna take like a rucksack or something and put under his clothing, so he gets like the back going for him, and like a white wig and a little scarf around it, covering his face a lot, and all the scarves and skirts and a little cane to walk with, like oh. Warming up the vocals for the old woman voice, and he's gonna make sure before he leaves Asha is like average hidden.
Yeah, Asha seems to still be sleeping heavily.
Yeah, she's still on the horse sleeping. Okay. So where no one can see, Toby is gonna walk on the road, just up towards the castle, essentially, as an old woman, like, oh, my back!
Okay, as you walk along this path, you can see the two priests have stopped ahead.
Okay. So I'm gonna. They didn't enter the castle. Okay. Have they seen me?
Not yet. They're both sort of facing the castle and having a discussion. They're sort of looking at the castle and looking over the city. It's probably the reason they've stopped is this is a good spot with a good view of everything.
Okay. Can I like look over the city, I guess, or village? City village.
Oh, it's a city. You can see things beginning to burn down there. It looks as though fiery arrows are being fired from certain battalions onto the city.
Oh, okay. It's a bad time to be an old woman. Okay. Toby is slowly starting to regret his decision, but it's like no turning back now. So he's just gonna, I guess, approach them and sort of, oh, excuse me, ladies, and just pass them.
One of them sort of go, Old crone.
What?
Old crone. Please make me a performance check. I've got to have a performance check.
Oh, please be good. 17.
17. You can carry on with your brilliant old woman. Old crone, what are you doing up here?
I'm looking for my grandson.
No one comes up this way.
But he said he would go up to the old house and ask for a map. What? And he never came back. I am definitely. He said he would be here, so this is where I'm gonna look for him. He's late for dinner.
They put their heads together quickly, and you don't hear much, but you do hear the word crazy.
I turn around and start walking to the castle.
Old crone, wait! You can't go to the castle.
What?
Wait, old crone! You can't go to the castle.
But my grandson is in there.
Actually. What is your name, old crone?
Margarita.
Margarita?
Yes?
Each their own. What is your last name?
What do you mean, last name?
Your handle. Like Smith or...
Oh, we just call Stone.
Margarita Stone.
Unfortunately, I lost my first thing. That was Red Cliff, which I like a lot more.
Ah.
But I
you
think
got
it was
married, I guess.
Yeah, 57 years ago. I had to change it because I'm a woman and that's how family does. And now it's Margarita Stone. And I have never liked it. I have never liked it, but you know how traditions are. It's like a holy thing that people need to keep in this society.
Well, but listen now. You can't go into the castle.
But my grandson would be there,
No.
and he's late for dinner.
No,
And
your grandson, he looks over to the city, is probably fine, but the castle... Look, there's a war going on right now.
What?
Do you see the city down there? Do you see the fires burning?
No, I didn't bring my reading glasses with me. Is there a fire?
Yes.
Is that why he haven't come home yet?
The
a fire.
The armies of the underworld are taking back these lands for their own.
Oh no, that... Did you say Underdranis. Speak up, lad.
No, I said Igvilv's army.
Igvils. It's... What's that? What?
Ig... do you know what? He actually, you've made yourself difficult. He just sort of like, it's an old crone. We're killing them all anyway. You can just sort of see him saying, "Oh, blow this," and he draws his sword.
I'm looking for... Okay, goddammit. Okay, I can see where I'm not wanted. But if you see my grandson, tell him to go home. And I turn back and walk down the hill.
He sort of starts after you, but the other one puts a hand on his shoulder and says, "Don't bother. She'll be dead out here in no time anyway, or dead when she goes down there. We need to focus on moving the troops here from Sojkanth. There's a couple of barges coming down the river. We're also teleporting some through."
Oh, my back! And I disappear into, like, down the hill, I guess. I go back to the little camp.
Uh-huh.
Alright, time to move. Okay, take my stuff, get my everything. Okay, on the horse again. And I'm gonna say as my old woman disguise. And I guess just have an unconscious elf on the horse.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So what's your plan now?
Toby did unfortunately not wake up with a perfect plan. Right now his plan is just trying to escape. So I guess either he can try to escape to the mountains or down the river. I think Toby would be... He's gonna try to escape by the mountains. Because he doesn't have a boat.
Okay. So as you begin climbing the mountains, you can see in the distance a couple of carts heading your way. The dark carts from last night, resaddled and moving.
Okay.
And we'll leave you there as we go back to Sir Neville. Sir Neville, as you are leaving Rodenwee, you can see in the distance heading down the road 2 carts, dark carts that match the description of the ones that you've been looking for in which your son was taken.
Look at this, Rosie. We have a lucky day today. You see those carts?
Yes.
We're gonna see and question whoever is driving them.
Shouldn't we just like follow them and see where we go? Like they usually tend to be demons.
Hopefully they are. That's who we're looking for.
Okay.
Let's follow close before we confront them.
So the carts will head out of Rodenwee, down past the fiery forest, along the road, and towards the cliffside, where Toby, you can also now see, well, maybe you can't because he's sneaking, but perhaps from your vantage point you can see a man on horseback tailing the cart, and also with a small dwarf. Could be recognizable.
Do I see that it's Rosie?
Give me a perception check.
Please, not a natural one.
Just saying, I left my horse. I'm not on horseback.
Very true.
11.
Could be Rosie.
Okay, and they clearly they do not look evil, and they are tailing the evil guys. Okay, cool. I think I'm gonna approach them stealthily as with my old woman disguise. And just see what they're doing, essentially. I'm gonna tailor the tailors.
Tailing the tailors, cool.
Yeah.
So Neville, the choice is up to you. They turn off the main road and start heading into the forest.
Well, I guess we would be going behind them. Probably trying not to be seen. Is this possible? Are they moving too fast?
They're not moving too fast, no. They're moving at quite a slow pace.
Okay, then I guess our rotation would be to approach close enough to see who's driving those carts, but trying to remain hidden.
So almost certainly as they turn into the forest, you'll get a side profile. It's another person in a long dark cloak with... Are their arms slightly too long, possibly?
Had you seen someone like that, Rosie, before?
Yes, on the last cart.
Did you get to fight it?
Get to might not be the choice of words I would use. It nearly killed us. I think it did kill. Anyway.
Are you up for it? How many drivers are we seeing?
2 carts, 2 drivers.
You think we can handle them, Rosie? Don't lie. Remember I asked you, can you handle yourself in battle?
Yes, I think we can. Yes, I think we can.
Okay, then we will approach and look for an opening. Perhaps we can... I don't know, let's approach and see what we can do. If we can make them split, that would be for the best, but I am not sure how we can manage that.
Okay, so as you get closer, I'd like to know what your approach would be, and also I'd like to know what Toby's approach would be. They have just turned up the path, Toby, towards the castle that you've just come down from.
Excellent.
Okay, I think our approach would be, we would probably be approaching from behind, like from the right behind, like their blind side of the second card, the one that's behind. And we're approaching closely, but we still have not decided how to actually engage them.
Okay. So, Toby, it looks like this person and the dwarf are going to engage these carts.
Okay, are they, like, where am I in relation to them? And am I behind them, or am I sort of waiting for the carts to, like, pass me? I'm kind of curious where I'm standing right now.
Entirely up to you. You were in a position where you could have moved anywhere to tail them. You could have looked from on high, you could have moved up behind them, it's up to you.
Okay, so if I see they're sort of going my way anyway, I'm probably just gonna, like, lay back and wait for them to pass me. And I'm just gonna see if these people try to attack them or not, essentially. I'm just gonna lay low until something happens.
Okay, so Rosie sort of quietly turns to Sir Neville and says, "I'm ready when you are."
I don't know how to do this. Okay.
She like draws her short sword.
Yeah.
You just hop on and...
Okay. We're gonna approach the cart. You're gonna approach it from the left. I'll approach it from the right. and when I whistle, you jump on the driver. I'll jump on him too from the other side, and hopefully we can crush him before the one on the other cart approaches us.
Okay.
And hopefully there's no one in the back of the cart.
So we want to kind of do this stealthily, I guess.
As stealthily as we can manage. I think he'll see us before we get there. But I count on him not reacting that fast.
Okay. I'm ready when you are.
Okay, so I move to the other side.
And Rosie moves around her side.
Yeah.
When I see them do this, I'm actually gonna jump down my horse and bind it to a tree, far in the back, essentially, and be ready. And hopefully the horse won't run away with Ash on it.
Yeah, we're playing on the cart driver's blind side, but anyone seeing us from afar would instantly know we're about to jump him.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna approach as well without being seen.
Okay, then that's what we do, Strategos. We approach
Please.
the driver's seat as stealthily as possible, and we will jump him. I'm using my glaive.
Excellent. I'll take some stealth rolls from all of you. If your average is higher than a 10, you get a free round of attacks.
Okay, sweet.
Okay.
Ooh, 21.
21.
Mm-hmm.
Free round of attacks.
Oh, yes.
Sure, we'll roll initiative anyway, but you guys get a free round just to determine what order we start attacking in.
Are we rolling with advantage this first round?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know why I clicked that twice. So Neville, you lead the charge.
Okay, so Sir Neville jumps on the cart, and then I hack at it with my glaive.
Uh-huh.
So I have this combat maneuver, trip attack, which makes up the creature prone. Would I use it to make it fall from the driver's seat to the ground?
Possibly, yeah. Let's see how it goes. See if the attack's successful.
Okay, let's try that. First attack.
That will hit.
That's 24. Okay, so the damage is this plus this. The trip attack. So that's 21.
Lovely, yeah, and you do indeed knock this bit of devil straight from the cart.
Wait, he has a saving throw.
Oh, what is the saving throw?
1 second. It's a 14. That's a strength saving throw.
Oh, he stays on the cart then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll use my second attack.
Of course. That'll be a hit.
That's 9 more. Plus, no, I'm not doing anything else. That's it. So that's 30 damage.
Perfect. Rosie also dives on him from the other side with no fancy trip attacks. Only one of her attacks hits, but she contributes a small amount of damage.
Yes.
Toby.
Okay, so Toby, I guess, like, revealed himself, so you guys can see an old woman approaching from the woods, and I'm gonna use my bardic inspiration for them, sing a little song, and I'm gonna use as well Vicious Mockery. on the bad guys. So they have to save a wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 psychic damage. So I assume that's everyone that can hear me, or is it like target-wise? I'm just like...
No, you can target it. It's like you insult someone.
Okay, so I say to driver, like, "Hey, driver! You smell!"
What's your spell save DC?
14.
Unfortunately, your insult is not particularly effective.
I need to step up my game.
Yeah, you need to step up your insult game. So now we'll go into the first round of true combat, and it is once again...
Please let me react to this, please. I turn to the old woman and see her insulting the driver. It's like, what the hell? Old woman, stay behind! Get the hell out of here!
You can hear a raspy voice coming from the old woman. "I'm here to help! Just do what you're doing. You're doing great! I'm just gonna stay in the back and help you, okay?"
Get the hell out!
What?
So, we'll enter the next round of combat. I have rolled initiative for the Bearded Devil. They will come in after both Derek and Rosie. So, Sir Neville, it is your turn. This creature's looking bloodied.
All right. Okay, I'm using my glaive again.
I'm afraid that won't hit.
That won't hit, but I'll try again.
That will, though.
That one does. That's 13. Wow, that's really good. And I will use my... Well, let me see if this is a bonus action.
It is a bonus action, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bonus action. I use my rally maneuver to give some temporary hit points to Rosie. 4.
Ooh.
Keep doing what you're doing, Rosie.
Rosie is pleased.
We're about to do this.
She attacks. And her second attack hits again. But it only does 2 damage. This creature's looking very, very woozy as you've been bludgeoning the hell out of it. It is its turn, though, before Toby. And it sort of gives a small cry out in pain. Alerting the cart in front, which will therefore stop. It tries to attack you, Sir Neville, who has been giving it so much grief. Does a 16 hit you?
No, I've got 18.
When the beard doesn't hit, it lashes out with its own glaive, and you parry the blow easily. Toby, it is your turn. You see this creature begin to fight back.
Okay, I'm gonna continue to sing and give my bardic inspiration, and I will also try vicious mockery again. I shout to him like, You fight like a small halfling girl!
Oh, that one cut him deep.
Oh. He's like, ouch.
Yeah, he's like, ouch.
And then also remember that you, both Rosie and Derek has bardic inspiration points to use.
1d6 or 1d8 at this level?
1d8 because I'm level 5.
Cool.
Okay.
So you need to roll the damage on the vicious mockery.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I think it was 4. Oh, that's a 4. He takes 4 damage.
That just does a d4?
Yeah, I think so. I'll double check. Yeah, it's a d4. It's a
Cantrip, right?
cantrip, exactly. So it doesn't do anything, but you know. I don't use any spells.
Psychic damage, which would be the bonus to that.
Oh, psychic damage. Do you add anything?
No, you just hurt them mentally. This really distracts them. They turn and leave themselves wide open to you, Sir Neville. In fact, as they turn, you can take an opportunity attack.
Let's do this.
And remember the bardic inspiration.
But why? Is he running or something?
No, he just turns towards this old woman and leaves himself wide open to you. That'll hit.
Don't turn your back on me, you beast.
Oh, you've killed it. How does this look?
Oh, I just decapitated this this monster. The head flew with the hood on.
Fantastic. Yeah, head flies, hood on. It is a dead devil. Now the maybe it's dead devil redemption. Anyway,
Stop. It hurts.
the cart ahead has stopped. We go back to the top of the round. It is your turn, Sir Neville.
Okay. Get ready, Rosie. Just one more to go. This is going well. And what's up with the lady? And I run. Well, I don't know how far the cart is. Can I reach there with 30 feet?
Yeah, it'll only have been like they were in a convoy and it stopped. Like it kept moving for a little bit, but then stopped. So maybe 15, 20 feet. You can get there easy.
Okay. Then I go there and attack. I'll take advantage of my weapon's reach and attack the driver from 10 feet away.
Cool. Yeah.
I will try the trip attack thing again. That's my third superiority dice.
Uh-huh.
Bam!
The 15 will hit.
So that's a 15, and he gets to roll a strength save again.
Saves again, unfortunately.
Okay, he stays on. Then second attack.
Ooh, also a hit.
Bam! That's a 12, right?
Lovely. Yeah, that's right. Yep.
And then I use my action surge and attack 2 more times. Good?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Both hit.
Oh my god. That was crazy!
You've literally... so the trip didn't work, but he sort of is pretty much on one knee at the end anyway. Rosie rushes forward and
You
with
can do it, Rosie!
her 2 short sword attacks, not even needing the bardic inspiration, though she is very grateful for it, she does feel inspired. Rosie runs up, and whilst you're doing all this damage, you drop it to its knee, and she just plunges her short sword under its rib, and it sort of gurgles, and blood sort of like forms around its mouth, and it just sort of falls over, and she's like, "Woo!"
Is it over? Is it dead?
Very good, Rosie. I knew I could trust you.
Rosie?
Now what about that lady?
Rosie? Is that you?
Yes. Who are you?
But Rosie, you were lying. You know this woman?
I don't know this woman.
It's me. It's Toby, the halfling, and I sort of reveal, I guess, the hat under the wig.
Pull up the wig.
The hat under the wig.
I guess.
Perfect. No, this is the sort of a halfling.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm definitely a halfling. But wow, you guys, you guys did great. You just slaughtered them.
I can probably not even describe Sir Neville's face when he says that the old woman is the quote sort of a halfling.
Yeah. So, okay.
Oh,
I don't know. Can you? Like, yeah. I'm Toby. I love music. What's your name? Sword. Warrior man.
But before I answer Toby, I turn to Rosie and say, "So Rosie, this is one of yours."
Yes, this is one of ours.
So I asked for your name. It's a bit rude, turn around and ask someone another question, but I guess it's different cultures.
Sir Neville's the name.
Sir Neville.
Sir
Oh, yeah.
Neville Clavine.
Okay, cool.
You are Toby. What are you doing dressed up as an old lady?
Actually trying to survive. They kind of looking for a bard halfling, and they usually just don't jump attack old women. I hope so. I mean, some. I hope they have some dignity.
I
Toby
hope,
will remember
I
just
hope
seconds
you're
ago.
right about that.
But they didn't jump her. Okay. But yeah, you guys did some work here. I mean, did some pretty nice cuts, and Rosie, you definitely improved. You didn't faint this time.
I didn't faint this time, no.
Good. Where's
What? You've been fainting?
Yes, FEINT.
no? Sure.
Like parrying.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Rosie
More
just
like
beat the sweat.
Yeah. Toby says yes. Yeah, and winks towards Rosie like, I know what you're up to. So where's Grim's daughter? Is it Grim with you?
we left her in Rodinway.
What?
Rodinway is just around the corner.
She
said she was gonna spy on some people.
She said she would catch up. She also said that, well, she didn't really tell us anything about what was going on, really. She said she was going to investigate 2 of the Cloaks people, and then when we turned around, she was gone.
Ooh, if you ask me, that kind of sounds a bit of a kidnapping going on. Maybe. I'm not sure. I wasn't there.
I'd agree.
Should
I
we
don't
go?
know.
Should we?
Grim's daughter used her magic and made herself invisible to spy on the coded man.
She can't go invisible.
Well, she did. It also smelled like sulfur. I know that sulfur is used for magic by some people.
It's like Toby can smell the bullshit from miles away. He's like, yeah, she's kidnapped. She's absolutely. Oh my god, I'm surrounded by idiots.
In times of trouble, an adult
What?
will rise.
And it might just be the 9-year-old goblin. Okay, where you said it was down there with she was okay.
Well, we can go back and see what happened. I can only tell you what Rosie told me. I didn't know she didn't do that.
Yeah, I think she's been kidnapped is my first guess, but I don't think it's a good idea to go back because it's crawling with enemies and we might get kidnapped. I think it's easier if we might find like a prison where they keep prisoners, or maybe the graveyard. But
Wait,
she's probably fine.
From
Yeah,
inside one of the carts, you hear, "Hey, is everything okay out there?"
Okay.
But then I say to Toby, wait, what did you say, Toby? There was barely anyone in Rodinway. It's not crawling with anything.
It's like, you are really good at ignoring questions. And I'm gonna try to imitate the evil guy's voice. And no, actually, like, okay, the clowns in there starting to get suspicious. We should do something. Should we? Should we hide the bodies?
What do you mean? We'll open doors and see who's inside. If it's more of them, we'll kill them.
I know who's inside. There's a clown and a bunch of kids.
Well, if it's a clown, he's gonna answer some questions.
They actually don't know anything what's going on. We already talked to
Who is
one
they?
of them.
Who is they?
These clowns are just people that don't know what's going on. They're
Well, I will see that for myself. I open the door of the car in the front.
There is an overweight man in there, dressed with his face painted in oversized trousers, etc.
Anyone else?
There are some kids in there. 2.
Who the hell are you?
Hey, don't you worry about this, kids. Old Bert will be right back. And old Bert's gonna step out of the cart and close the doors.
old woman disguise activated.
Say, we don't want any trouble. We're just trying to get these kids to a safe new home.
Where are you taking these kids to?
Where are we anyway?
We're close to Rodenby.
Close to Rodenby? Oh, we got ages to go yet. We're heading through down through Klatsburg, down the river to the capital city, the Obsidian Citadel. Sorry, but normally we change around Klatsburg, so the kids get deposited into another cart. And hey, actually, we're kind of close to the drop-off point. We usually stop at like this castle just outside Klatsburg.
Well, there's been a change of plans.
Oh?
We're taking over.
No,
Look at me. I'm in charge now.
all right. Do I get to stay looking after the kids?
What's your name?
Bartholomew.
Sorry?
Bartholomew.
Bartholomew.
People call me Bert for short.
Okay, Bart. We believe you, I mean you plural, you have been kidnapping children. And no children is ending up in the happy dream you're talking about.
No, I've seen all the paperwork. It's all legit. They've got, you know, they've got transfers and confirmations from the watch that they're orphans and all sorts. They do everything by the book.
Well, I think that all that paperwork is bullshit until I see otherwise. And you're gonna help us find where they're taking these children to.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay, who's in the other cart? Stay where you are. Rosie, open the door.
Rosie will walk up and open the door sort of slowly. And there is a woman dressed as a clown in this one with another 2 small girls in there with her. 2 small elven girls.
A woman clown?
Uh-huh.
And 2 elven girls.
Uh-huh. There's another clown and some girls. Maybe you better come out, miss?
What is your name, miss?
Sally?
And then I turn to the elven girls. How old are you?
Like, they hold up a different number of fingers each.
So they are really super young, right?
Yeah.
It's not like they look like children, but they're actually 30, no? Right?
No. They're actually, like, young.
They're real children. Wow, well, this is strange because I thought it was just human children. Where are you from? I say to the girls.
I grew up in the city.
City. Where are your parents?
Just shake their head and look sad.
No parents.
Sally turns back to them and is like, "It's okay, kids. We can still have lots of fun. We'll get you to the new citadel in no time."
What citadel are you talking about?
The Obsidian Citadel down south.
Is that where they're taking the children?
Yes, the citadel. There's loads of young families there that want children.
No families want children. They can just have them.
Oh, okay.
What is your name? You said, can remember your name.
Sally.
Sally. Okay, Sally, I just told this to Bart there. You're either in on this fraud or you're just, I don't know, stupid. There's no orphanage. Well, I'll take it away from the children. I don't want them to hear this.
Yeah, but
There's no orphanage. There's no happy dream. They're just kidnapping the children.
But there is an orphanage. I've been there in Schwarzenbrew, in the building where the children are all properly kept and everything. I don't take jobs lightly. I did background checks.
Really? Hey, Rosie, Toby, how's that orphanage working out? Do you know?
As the old woman, I just like shake my head. It's like, yes.
Yes, it did have a lot of paperwork.
It got a lot of paperwork that's too perfect. The woman that roused it is an evil demon, and the children are pretty much locked up there. And it's, yeah. Did I mention the woman that runs it is an evil demon?
Okay, look. You all are in charge, okay? We just don't want anything to happen to the children.
Neither do we. That's why we're here.
Good.
Have you been, Bart or Sally, have you been to that place in Obsidian City? What is it?
No, I've not been all the way down there. It's a terribly long way to go. We usually hand over about now, and then they get taken the rest of the way down by someone more local.
So it doesn't sound like you actually made such a big check that you're supposed to do. You said you did a background check, but you did do like a future check where they actually put the children. Have you seen like a year later the children with their happy families in their normal lives? Have you seen that?
Well, I mean, it's only been running for about 6 months.
Yeah.
So you didn't actually check before you took the job.
Well, I mean, I saw pictures of where they go.
Did they do like drawings?
Yeah.
Okay. so it's just you saw drawings. You say.
Yeah.
You know that can be faked, right? Today's youngsters never take their job serious.
Okay.
I have a question out of character. How far from Plattsburgh is Obsidian City?
I mean, it's quite a way. It's pretty much. So I'm not sure if you guys still have the map. I will link it quickly for you in Zoom.
That map is so confusing. I can never find anything there.
So you see where the big fjord is that goes into the river. Plattsburgh is right in the pinch where the fjord becomes a river.
Can you link the map, please?
Yeah, it's in Zoom. Oh, I've only done it to Ambly.
Oh, okay. I'm a special snowflake.
Yeah. Yeah, so there it is. So you can see where the fjord turns into the river.
I see Plattsburgh.
And the Obsidian Citadel is all the way at the bottom to the left of the river. Right in the middle of the mountain ranges.
Oh yeah, I
Oh
see.
man. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, that's quite a way.
We're never gonna get there.
What a way to have a capital like in such an inconvenient spot.
Well, this is just a section of map. This is just like a grid reference. There's actually a lot more map.
I know, but it is in the middle of the mountain range.
Uh-huh.
How is the capital there?
To be fair, all capital, like every capital is always built on like a stupid spot for some reason. I don't know why. At least in the real world, I think it's always a stupid spot. So I'm like, why not? Why not by the mountains?
Stupid spots are easily protected.
That's actually true.
Not really. It's like in Mexico. Mexico City was built on a lake. It's got a lot of problems every time there's like an earthquake because of that. So that was like the most stupid place they could have built it on.
Hashtag life.
I guess the Obsidian Citadel built in the mountain ranges because it's nice and high up, so you've got lots of defensive points, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
So that's
Okay.
that's where they're heading.
Back to this. Okay, so if they're taking the children to Obsidian City, no one's gonna know what happens to them. It's so far away that they'll probably be changing drivers 10 times, and no one's gonna know what's in front. Bart, Sally, from where to where do you usually accompany these children?
There's usually a castle. When we get to the castle, we get out of the cart, some new drivers get in, and they spend the night there, and we head back.
You mean Rudberg Castle?
Yeah.
You know how many days it takes from here to what was the place again? Obsidian.
Usually a few weeks.
Oh,
Yeah.
that must be a very hard trip for the children.
Well, yes, but at the end of it, they get a happy new home.
And
Well,
there's no family here that wants them?
I guess not. It's really, you know, there's so many people that move in and out. People hardly ever settle up this way. It's all mercenaries and, you know, bards like yourself.
Like, I actually don't know myself. I never had any kids.
You still have a set of bagpipes on your back.
Did I say I am a bard. I never said I'm not a bard. But I did say I don't have kids.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Young people never listen to the elders anymore. Back in my... Okay, I'm not gonna do that. That was in character as well.
See, when you think about it, this is how they did it. There's no accountability here. Obsidian City is so far away they can do anything with these children that they're shipping south. Okay, let's take these cards and return to Rodenwy and find Grimsdagger.
Are we... Like, what... Before we do anything else, should we deal with the problem right now? And I sort of point towards the cards and like, what should we do with the current children and clowns in front of us? Should we like let them go and do their thing? Should we just...
We'll decide in Rodenwy.
Pardon?
First, we'll decide when we get back to Rodenwy. First, we have to see if there's more of them there.
So we gotta bring them with us to that town.
I mean, we have carts and horses now.
we most certainly do, and we do have the evil-looking cloaks.
Yeah.
Or two.
Please don't use that one, Toby. Rosie, put on that cloak. I'll use the other one and drive the carts back to Rodenwy.
Okay.
I have a question, Squaricus. The drivers who are demons, when they die, do their bodies stay there, or do they like evaporate?
They stay there. They decompose quickly, though.
I say we move them into the trees. Also, if we're gonna move, I do have one passenger that's really tired that needs to come with us as well. So it's a +1 for me.
And who would that passenger?
Oh, that's my really nice friend, elven friend, Asha. She's sleeping.
Oh, the elf.
Oh, Asha
Okay,
too.
so-
Brilliant.
Oh yeah, she's alive. She's just out of it.
Okay, so this is the team, Rosie. A cleric who's not a cleric. Toby, the quote sort of halfling.
Yep.
But I am definitely a halfling. Question: did your character figure out that he's a goblin? I guess you can decide that yourself.
I think that not yet because you're disguised. So I think that you are the sort of halfling.
Okay, you're saying it because Rosie said it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just quoting. I'm quoting Rosie.
Okay.
So this sort of halfling and a sleeping wizard.
Yes.
Am I getting this right?
That's 100% correct.
What a team, right? And what are you then?
What do you mean? What am I?
I'm the sort of halfling. My friend is the sleeping wizard. What would you say you are?
I am the death of my enemies.
Oh, that's kind of like my Grim. She's, my beautiful my beautiful dwarf person.
Dwarf person.
Yes, definitely dwarf.
Smooth and that is way too edgy as well. It sounds super like a 12-year-old boy would just say that to sound cool. Yes. Don't worry, we'll figure something out for you as well. And I pinch you on the cheek.
You're pinching who on the cheek? You're pinching who?
I'm pinching your cheeks. Well,
Oh,
same
mine.
time.
I
Yeah.
don't think you reach them.
Pardon?
I don't think you can reach my face.
I'm standing on my toes and reach for your cheek. It's not like 2 meters from us. I can definitely reach. Unless you're 2 meters tall, I guess. How
No.
tall?
I'm 175.
So that's fine. I can
Yeah,
definitely reach you if I stand on my tippy toes.
Grim.
Disgusting. You're not an old woman.
Grim.
Neither are you.
You,
And I go away.
Oh gosh.
Grim, you are in a dark cavern.
But of course, I agreed to be teleported to a dark cabin because what else would I do?
At this point, who knows what?
It's fine. It's fine.
Everything's fine.
As a GM, you gave me that option. As a
I did,
character,
I did.
there was no option.
It was just an option out there, and you 100% took it, and I'm proud of you. Yeah. So you wake up in this cavern. The bearded devil is already shambling away from you.
Well, you brought me here. Why are you going away? Like, are you gonna take me back?
You'll know where to go.
Okay. I just slowly skitter forth. I assume only one way, but forward at this point.
This looks like a maze of tunnels. You can see twists and turns and all sorts ahead. But in your head, you hear that familiar voice. Welcome to my domain, Grim.
I appreciate you providing me the opportunity to come to your domain, you say? It's been weighing on my mind. Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Why me? Why are you bringing this upon me? Blessing? A gift, I guess.
You hear an almost childish chuckle come from this voice. Because you would give your life for a good cause.
So, I just have to clarify that my good cause and your good cause, they're still gonna be the same thing. Like, I'm so confused right now.
Yes. They're almost certainly the same thing.
Okay. Do you mind helping me guide me to you directly? The demon guy like poofed me here and I'm a little queasy.
So you are standing on an island in a small, surrounded by water in this cave. You can see the water leads around the corner. This was the first game I ever played.
A game?
Yes, the Labyrinth of Tunnels. You'll find your way to me.
Am I to play this game?
Of course.
Uh-huh. Okay. It looks like I'm on an island. Do I have to swim to you?
Oh, the water's not that deep.
Okay. I'll like stick my toe into the water and slowly put my foot in and hope there's nothing there to bite me.
You wanted to bring your friends, didn't you?
I wanted to ensure their safety or maybe help them, but not endanger them.
Oh, so you don't want to talk to them?
Would it hurt them? I can't hurt Rosie anymore. I already hurt her a lot.
I don't think it would do any short-term damage.
If you may, do you think enough time has passed that they're worried about me, or?
I don't know. I've never really had anyone worry about me.
Well, that's really sad. People should worry about everyone. Everyone should have someone to worry about them.
See, Grim, this is why I chose you.
Okay. Okay. And I will confidently step into the waters.
Look, if you really concentrate, you can speak to one of your friends. It
Okay.
needs to be someone with magic, though.
Someone with magic.
I assume the fighter doesn't have magic, and I assume the bard would have magic. So, but I don't know if Rosie actually has magic.
The bard doesn't have enough magic. There's only one person in the party who has enough magic.
I have magic.
Oh, you're a second-class magic user.
So the passed out wizard would be the only one I could reach out to. Okay.
God
I
damn
mean,
it. I do have spells and magic. Like the music is the magic. Is the thing.
let me clarify. I'll do it in character as well. You could reach out to the bard. They have the gift, but if a voice suddenly appears in their head, they might think they're crazy and bash their head on a rock, whereas wizards tend to have studied this stuff and at least have some understanding.
Right. Asha's clearly closer to insanity to be able to grasp me reaching out to them, and whereas the halfling would just not be able to handle that. Okay.
Also, Rosie is going to give you away at some point.
Oh, I know. Poor Rosie. I know. I can't blame her when she does. I'm just trying. I didn't want to drag her into this.
Oh, I wouldn't worry. She'll have fun in the long run. We'll all have lots of fun.
fun. Yeah, this is an adventure, right? Okay.
Hurry.
So Asha, are you there? Can you hear me? Asha?
And as Grimm's cries echo across the waters, we'll leave it there this week.
Ah!
Woo!
How's everyone doing? We all good?
I'm great. I'm great.
Teehee.
I have so many feelings.
Consider emotion evoked.
Emotion is certainly evoked. Like,
Teehee.
I'm like nervous for Sir Neville's son. I'm now emotionally invested as a character to be like an actual individual child is needed to be acquired. And obviously, Rosie is way more important than I ever expected. And oh god,
But it looks like you're just defecting.
Yes. I know. I swear. The vampire doesn't hate the party.
Uh-huh.
Grimsdar is gonna be the main boss.
Teehee. So, why don't we go around and do a wrap up? Let me know what your favourite part of today's episode was, where we can find you online, and all the wonderful things that you do. Who should we start with today? Who did we start with earlier? I can't remember. Let's go with
Derek, so go to Ambly.
Ambly.
Hello. It was a really fun episode. I had lots of fun. I don't know, for some reason playing old woman Toby was a blast. I also really like the fight was fun, and like the interaction when Toby finally got to see someone alive and talk to them and more or less reunite with the party. What else should I say? What should I say?
Where we can find you online, all that good stuff, all the things you do, like this wonderful overlay. Ambly does most of my artwork. I'm currently getting her working on a ton of posters for season 2, and she'll also be doing the overlays and all sorts of things. Talented artist, support her.
It's gonna be like next season. It's gonna be great. At least the art, I know that because I'm gonna put my soul into it. You can find my art on Twitter, ArtStation, Instagram, and I'm just gonna pop links so you can click them because I can't remember my name on them.
I think, if I remember correctly, Greyhawk channel blocks links, so if you pop them in Zoom chat, I'll post them for you.
Thank you.
Next around, we have Derek, or Elven Tower. Oh, hi.
Hey there, Derek here. I would say that my favorite part of today's game was the introductions conversation with Grimm's daughter and Rosie, and then the battle. I think that the battle was very amazing. Yeah, we jumped on them and we massacred them.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That was fun.
Tactically sound.
Yeah, it was fun. Could have gone bad. Well, if we took a gamble, we gambled on not more enemies being inside the cards, and not many were. So yeah, that was pretty good. Can't wait for next week when the whole team gets back together. Hopefully, Grimm's daughter will come back. And you can find my stuff on Twitter /ElvenTower or on patreon.com/ElvenTower. I do fantasy cartography for fantasy games.
Fantastic, thank you. And last but most certainly not least, we have Jess. Oh, hi, Jess.
Hello. Yes, I'm Jess. You can find me at Burst of Hope on Twitter and Twitch. You find me here on the Greyhawk channel here Fridays and Tuesday evenings playing in the Dying Kingdom. Here very soon in the year of 2019, you'll find me on some sort of campaign on the Stratus Academy. It will be lovely. I'm so excited. You can find me in the finale of Invisible Sun campaign for The Notion in 2 weeks. That is Friday evenings. Other than that, I'm here and there. Lots of Discords, lots of Twitter. That's all.
Awesome.
Favorite moment of today? Oh gosh. Probably my interaction with the cloaked demon. Because clearly I had an option to not go with him, and it just, we'll see. We'll see how Grim fares after all of this. I don't want to be the final boss.
Well, I mean, only time can tell.
Yeah.
If you are the final boss, we will wreck you.
We're gonna destroy you.
Yeah. The good guy's gonna
To
win.
be ended by the halfling.
No, Rose is gonna.
Oh yeah, Rose is gonna give you the final blow.
Oh yeah. The good guy is gonna win. But you're also welcome to join the good guys.
My poor heart. I'm gonna try my best.
Rose is on our side. I promise she will not turn to the dark side if you do.
Is that the peace sign?
Love and peace, guys. Always wins in the end.
As for me, everyone, my favorite part was probably the coffee thing with Sir Neville and Grim and Rosie just staying quiet whilst you two introduce each other.
More coffee. All the coffee in Perrenlands.
Yeah, all the coffee. Yeah, the up roasting in the Perrenlands. It's yeah. I thought it was a nice, beautiful, awkward encounter, and I love a good awkward encounter. Love them. So, as for me though, I am Scraticus, and I run the Scraticus Academy. Go and check me out. You can see my name there. Just go and click on me and go and check out the channel. It's a great place. It's an entryway for TTRPG gamers. So if you're watching the show and thinking, gosh, golly gee, I wish I could play some TTRPG, then go and send me a message and I'll get you into a game. Simple as that, really. Best place to send me a message is on my Twitter, which I'll link now. With the cursed underscore at the end. The Scraticus without the underscore is held by a Bradley person who made one tweet back in August 2009 and doesn't even have a profile picture. I'm not salty.
The empathy of the salt.
Yeah, and next week we'll be coming back to the Greyhawk-ness with the more Perrenlands, and I will be modifying the old module, the Lost Caverns of Tojkant, for the end of this. So if anyone wants to go and get a sneak preview of what used to happen, go and check out that 1982 module, which I'll be modifying over the next week. It's a famous one. Players, if you don't want spoilers, don't bother.
Oh, snaps.
There you go. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for all the things. It's been great. Why don't we go and head over to... Oh, and he's not going to know because there's adverts all the time because Prime sucks now.
I don't want to talk about that.
Me neither.
What happened?
It hurts.
Prime,
What happened?
Prime got rid of their adverts on Twitch. So now, for example, when I want to go and check out someone and go and give them a raid and see what content they're streaming before I dive in, I have to wait 30 seconds for the advert to finish before I can actually get in there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, never mind. So let's see. I'm trying to think of people who are affiliated with Greyhawk channel and stuff like that, because at the moment there's not many people streaming D&D right now. However, I can see someone streaming some art, and you know, that'd be a good place to go. This is Anna. She's in my Ryutama game from last night. At the moment, she's currently painting her face, which looks amazing.
That I can tell why she's painting her face. That's because it's the 1st of November is International Self-Portrait Day.
Well,
so you paint yourself, and you can see how you change by appearance and how you improve your art during the years. And this is my 6th year I'm entering, so that's probably why.
She's literally painting herself.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
Then you know, the more you know, I guess.
Yeah. Oh no, the more I know. I thought it might have been. Derek, maybe you can help us out with this. When is the Mexican Day of the Dead? Are we close to that? Is it near Halloween or is it a different?
Day of the Dead?
Yeah.
It's right now.
Yeah.
That'll probably be it then, because she's also I know she's I think she's got Mexican family or something. Anyway, it's looking cool. It looks like she's decorating herself for the Day
It's
of the Dead.
today, yes.
So that would probably be it. Oh, and in fact, if you actually read the stream title, Adam, it says Day of the Dead makeup. So that'll do it. We're gonna head over there. Jorkle1 or Jorsul1 or yeah, whatever. Just send me a DM on Twitter and I'll get you a game. Yeah, that's literally how that works. There's a bit of a waiting list at the minute because I filled up this season and I'm currently wrangling my DMs into time slots ready for next season. But I'll get a game next season. I think we're gonna have either 4 or 5 viewer games a week with rotating casts. So this season we had 3 and we filled all them really easily. So next season we're probably gonna go even more. Even more. Well, everyone, thank you so much for another lovely game. We'll see you next week here on the Greyhawk channel. Until then, keep on having fun, keep on evoking emotions, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye. Yes, I am.